So this is going to be a short story about my first open bake sourdough loaf. Now, this it's a little bit of a tale about how I got here, but let me explain something to y'all. This is something that I enjoy and something that I take very, very seriously. So I'm at the barbershop today, right? As most black men do, on a Saturday, we like to go get lined up and get crispy, keep a black man looking good. He gonna stay happy. He gonna be happy. But I'm sitting there conversing with my barber, whom I admire so much because he keep a brother looking good. You know what I mean? But we sitting there talking, and he's telling me about his TikTok page, and then I tell him like, look, bruh, I just started my own YouTube page. Look, I love baking sourdough bread so much that I had to share it with the world. But peep his reception of that information that I just decided to share with him. So he proceeds to clown me about my affinity for baking sourdough bread. Now, you got to imagine this. Here you go. You got a black man sitting in a black barbershop, and here he is talking about sourdough bread, baking bread, when most dudes are talking about, the fried chicken, Chinese food, what we going to eat for lunch and all that other good stuff. But I like a healthier approach. I like baking my sourdough bread. So I rush home, and I'm in a frenzy now. I'm in a baking frenzy now. I'm not baking just one loaf. I'm baking like 3-4 loaves. And you know what? I'm taking the lid off. I said, you know what? I'm doing the open bake. I'm afraid, I seen videos about people's oven cracking and all that other stuff. But I said, you know what? Today I'm going all in. I'm tired of being played with. I'm tired of folks not taking my sourdough loaf seriously. But now you see these Wolverine scars on this loaf right here? That means I'm serious about it. That means that when I bake a loaf, that means it's going to get ate up by my family because it is delicious. So don't play around with the sourdough bakers this time of season. So let me tell you something. This loaf is specifically for my barber. This loaf is going straight to him to let him know not to play with it. So this is my loaves. This is what I'm serious about. This is what I spend most of my time doing. So please, people, if you see a black man baking loaves and he's found an affinity and he's found a passion for baking sourdough loaves, making his starter, coming up with the best and most perfect loaves that he can ever imagine. He loves to get creative. He loves making inclusions. Support that man. He needs it. Because let me tell you something. There is nothing more precious to a person who's baking sourdough bread than having that most perfect loaf. There is just something about when you put that loaf in the oven and you don't know whether or not it's going to rise. But when you take that top off after the first 20 minutes and you see that rise, you see that split, you see that bread is starting to split open because the dough is just so airy. The starter was just so right. And you know that you did it right. Not only did you do it right, that you got the timing down packed. So please, people, next time you encounter a black man, or even just a man, or even just a person baking their sourdough loaves, and they're trying to tell you about it, and they got a smile on their face, just know that it is not a game. We are not playing out here. Sourdough loaves for 2025 are here to stay, and we are taking over the game. Now take a look at how I'm scoring my bread. Do you see that leaf? Do you see that perfectly cut down the middle? It's just perfect. And I made a double incision for it. Now, when you see this thing come out the oven, there is just something that it does to you, knowing that it rolls the way it was supposed to. So please, give a round of applause for my sourdough loaves, and know that my barber will be receiving one of these loaves and he will eat his words. So thank you.